YouTube. So you're expecting this to be a vlog from Sounds Like Feels Like for Sheffield, aren't you? I'm going to disappoint you and just tell you I didn't vlog at all. And I'm going to explain the whole reason why. And this is the Rock Out Wee Socks Out top, because I am broke at the moment. I get paid soon, so when I go to my last date, which will be Manchester, I'm going to buy everything there, and it's probably going to cost me over £100. So yay. But I'm going to explain everything that happened in Sounds Like Feels Like Sheffield / Soundcheck, and the experience and everything I had, because I've had so many people asking me about this, and I'm just overwhelmed with the amount of love that I've had from people these past couple of days, and it's still going now, and it's so sweet of everyone. Like, I love you all, and I hope that everyone who watches this doesn't find me awkward, because I'm incredibly awkward. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm going to start with what happened. So I woke up at about 7 AM UK time and messaged my friends. They were up, so I started to get ready, had a shower, did my hair, put on some clothes, and I went to Sheffield because my friend lives in Sheffield. Went to her house for about 10. Did my hair properly there, my makeup, got dressed in what I was wearing for the concert. We sat around, we listened to music, maybe 5 sauce, got pumped for the show, and then we left her house about, I want to say about 1:30, 1:45, something like that, because Soundcheck check-in was from 2 o'clock onwards. So we got to the venue for about, I think it was about 10 to 2. And obviously when I left for Sheffield, it was glorious sunshine, and it was lovely weather, and I was like, right, today's going to be really good, it's not going to rain, I'm like, it's going to be good. So I expected that. No, we got to the venue at 1:45, and it was gale force winds and so cloudy and horrible. I was like, I just did my hair and makeup for nothing. It was the worst. Like, you just saw everyone just huddled like this in the corners of like behind signs and stuff, so they didn't get windswept. It was horrible. But we got there just in time to check in. We went and checked in, and we were in line because there was a massive line going into one of the doors where you like what VIPs go in and stuff. And this man came out and he went, if anyone here has seating tickets for Soundcheck, you need to go to the other entrance, which is on the other side of the arena, which was like a 5-minute walk away. I was like, you've got to be kidding me, I've been queuing in this and I don't need to be here. It was like, if you have pod standing, you stay in this queue. I was like, fine. So we did that, went to the place, stood in the queue. We met 2 girls in the queue who were so lovely, and I'm so terrible, I forgot their names. I don't want to guess either, but you'll know who you are. I'll probably insert the squad picture here. But they were so lovely, and we stayed with them all day, and they are like the best people I ever met that day, and I couldn't have asked for better people to be queuing with and sat with and experiencing it with. Apart from obviously the people I went there with. And we got in the queue. This man at the door like stopped. There's like so many people went into the room because they didn't obviously want to get full. This man just explained like they're going to give you the lanyard and the wristband. They're going to check your tickets. You need to say your name and they'll tick you off on the list. And then you need to go up these steps, you need to go through these doors, and then they'll scan your ticket, and then you can sit inside the arena waiting for Soundcheck. I was like, okay dude, whatever you say. So I did that, said my name, got my lanyard, got my wristband. I've actually got my wristband on, because it's one of those wristbands you can't actually take off. So this was the Sounds Like Feels Live Sheffield VIP for... Let me be able to see the VIP on the other side. There. For seating. Standing had... Michael's pod was pink. Calm's was blue, or the other way around. Something like that anyway. Or it was something like that. And you all got different colour coded ones, and you all went in separate doors. You all went and sat in separate areas, and it made it better for queuing wise, because obviously last year when they did it, everyone who was standing and seating queued in the same area, and they all had the same colour on, and it was up to us to number ourselves. So last year, if I remember rightly, I wasn't in Soundcheck last year, but they did like a number system, so they wrote like number 1, then did like a line, and it said ST for standing and PO for pods, so the people at the door knew what you were. But obviously now they've organised it, and they're not paper, these are proper ones, you can properly keep these. And I was like, upgraded, money, someone has it. So that happened, and I went up the stairs, everything was fine, all hunky-dory. Went up the stairs, went to the door, they scanned my ticket and they went, "Sorry duck, your ticket's invalid." I went, "What?" She went, "Your ticket number's not coming up." I went, "But he's just scanned it at the VIP and let me have it." He went, "Yes, we know, we've had this a lot. You need to go back down to where you came from and they'll give you another ticket." So my friends had gone into the venue, they didn't see me go, and I had to go all the way back to where we were, and I had to get sorted. And what happened was, my ticket was from Ticketmaster, and it was a legit ticket, it was from Ticketmaster, but they were supposed to let people with Ticketmaster tickets inside the building from 4 o'clock, but we got let in at 2, and the tickets weren't online on their system, which wasn't my fault. So what they did is, instead of scanning it, you know, you get the little nubs on tickets that they used to rip off in the old-fashioned days, now they just scan them. They just ripped that off and just let me in, and apologised so profusely for it. They couldn't do anything more. And I got a phone call from my friend. She was like, "Where the hell are you? We just turned around and you disappeared." I'm like, "I can't get in, my ticket's fake." And they were panicking. They were legit panicking for me. They were like, "Oh, we'll come out, we're not going to go in." I was like, "No, it's their fault." So that happened. Got in eventually, sat with my friends, we sat talking, sat eating, and then obviously Soundcheck was supposed to start at about 4:30 UK time, 4:30 PM, and doors opened for general admission at 6:30 PM. So I think Soundcheck's about half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on what they do and the questions and what songs they sing. So we got to like 4 o'clock and we were like, "Oh, we're going in half an hour." We got all hyped. We were all so hyped at that point. Up until us going in at like 2:15 into the arena, because we got to sit inside the arena out of the wind, which was A+. Thank you, Sheffield Arena, for letting us do that, because they're not actually supposed to let us do that. They actually opened a food booth for us and everything, so we could get food and drink. So I want to say thank you to the arena staff for letting us do that, because they knew the weather was crap. So thank you for that. So we did that, went inside, and we sat inside, and it got to about 4 o'clock, and we could hear like drums, because where we were sat in the queue, in arenas, you know, they have like the doors leading to the steps down onto the floor and to the seats. We were sat at those doors, so we could hear like through the cracks in the doors like the drums, and we were in the seating queue, and there's obviously on the other side of the arena they put the standing queue, so we were separate and we couldn't see the other queue. So we presumed, oh, what they're doing is they're doing standing have their own sound check and then seats have their own sound check. That's what we presumed, because we could just hear music for hours, and we could hear them like the drums, and all of a sudden we just heard music kick in, and it was Don't Stop, and we were like, hold on a minute. And then someone like who was stood in the queue further down opened one of the doors, and she went, "No, the boys are on stage, there's nobody in there." Like, there was no people in Soundcheck. So what had happened is the boys had arrived late to the Sheffield Arena, and they have to do a sound check before like paying sound check people go in. And they were so late that sound check actually ended up happening about 5:15, because they were so late. And it was quite good though, because we were trying to guess the songs with just the beats of the drum, and it was like the best game you could play just trying to pass time. But we heard them sound checking Don't Stop, She Looks So Perfect, Disconnected, Catch Fire was played really loud, like generally, like they were just quiet with the others, and that was played like fully, and we could just hear Luke, and we heard his voice break, because obviously he was so sleepy, and literally the whole arena just went, oh my god, like it was like the nicest thing that ever happened. But we couldn't actually see anything, we could just hear it, and I tried recording it like through the door, but all you could hear was like us. You couldn't hear them because the door was so thick, it muffles the sound, which sucked for like videoing purposes, so we just had to enjoy it. And then we heard Wrapped Around Your Finger, Broken Home, but they didn't actually put those on the set list, and obviously people know the set list now. But they didn't actually put Wrapped Around Your Finger, Broken Home on the set list, and we were like really annoyed because we heard them sound checking it, so it was clearly they had it, but they just didn't do it. But I understand, they explained why in Soundcheck. They said, like, someone said like, oh well, you were rehearsing this, does that mean it's going to be on this? They said, well, we rehearsed them, but if we don't think it sounds right or it doesn't work with the songs that we have in the order we have them, then we won't put it in because it won't work. It's I don't know how to put it. It's like putting Broken Home and Money, and then Wrapped Around Your Finger and like She's Kind of Hot next to each other in the list. It would go from sad to happy, and it wouldn't work. So they need the balance, and it didn't work. So they had to take some out. They had to just sacrifice them, which is kind of sad. But then when we obviously went into Soundcheck, we were split into like Block A, Block B, Block C. Block B was all the standing people. A and C was seating. They did it to colour over your wristbands. And I was in Block C for the concert anyway, and I ended up in Block C for Soundcheck. I was in 3rd row for Soundcheck, and I was in 8th row for the concert. So I didn't actually move that far. Which was really nice, because although I tell myself I'm a Michael girl, I think I'm slowly becoming a Callum girl. I blame him. I've been on his side for like every single tour. So yeah, but went into Soundcheck. This man came out and said, we don't want to see you living it through your phone screens or anything like that. We want you to enjoy it. So we're not going to tell you like don't put them away, but it's obviously just don't live it through it. Just don't sit and film it through your phone the whole time. So technically they didn't tell us off for having your phones, but obviously on the previous tour they like told like no phones and stuff. So we thought it was the same principle, which it kind of was. But we took photos of the stage before they came on, and then when they came on, it was all quiet, and like the lights on, like they were testing the lights on the stage, they went off. And we're all talking, and then like the bass of the speaker was so loud this tour. And if you're going to any of the UK arena tours, I think the speakers are louder this time round than they were last time round. Or it might just be my hearing, I don't know, but I found that they were a lot louder. And it was so loud, and it's Sexy and I Know It came on. It was so loud, it made everybody jump. Like, not scream, just like physically so scared for this goddamn song. And then Michael just came out strutting his stuff, and then all the other boys came out following him. But yeah, he's an idiot. So they came out and they were just like, we're going to sing Catch Fire. We want everyone to just sing along if you know it. And they started singing Catch Fire. I did record Catch Fire from Soundcheck, and I did tweet it. But I'm not going to put it in here because copyright and shiz. So if you want to see that, my Twitter, I will put somewhere on the screen. Or it's down below anyway in the description box. So you can go check that out. It's on my Twitter. So yeah, I did that. And everyone's entirely thankful for it. Still is. But Then, when they'd sung Catch Fire, they came down to the front of the walkway, sat down and answered questions. Ashton got his zipper of his jacket caught and he couldn't get it off because obviously he had his in-ears in and he got like wrapped around, and it was the funniest thing because he could not get it off and none of the boys would like help him. And then Michael just went, "Is your bulge that big that it's getting in the way?" And everyone just went so quiet, and he went, "Okay, that's entirely inappropriate." And nobody knew what to say. They were just like, "Michael, that's just wrong. You can't say that." So this woman came round with a microphone. She chose random people. The boys don't choose people. This woman does. So if you think, "Oh, the boys like looking at me, they're going to choose me," no, the girl chooses. And you can wave your arms around. You can do whatever. You can try and stand up. She won't even pay attention. She'll just choose someone who she thinks would do a good question. So someone stood up and asked Michael, "What are you going to dye your hair next?" And he went really serious, and Michael's not a serious person. He went so serious, and he basically said that he's sick of people asking him what he's going to dye his hair next, because it's giving him actual anxiety now, because that's all people actually think of him is just his hair, and that's not him. He's got better qualities than just his hair. And he was all serious. He was just like, "I'm just laying off it for a while, and I've dyed it like a neutral colour, which is brown, for a while, and my scalp is really seriously damaged." And then Ashton made a balding joke, and he was like, "Right, that's it, I'm actually not doing it for good now." But he sounded so serious about it. So, and then someone had like a poster, and it said like "Long Way Home Part 2", and it basically had like all of the dates she was going to and tick boxes. And she basically said to the boys, "Do you mind if I come along on tour with you again?" And she explained like what she'd been to and stuff, and she also gave Michael a Pikachu shirt, which she was wearing. She gave him one as well. And somebody else asked if they could have wrote any rap song, what would it be? I can't actually remember what everyone said. I know Ashton said, "I like big butts and I cannot lie," and then he started singing it, like throwback 2014. Callum said he wished he'd wrote the baby rap that Ludacris sings and started singing it. And then Ashton went, "Oh yeah, me and Callum are really good at rapping Dizzy Rascal," and started rapping Dizzy Rascal. And literally everyone just went, "Oh my god, Keek." All you hear was Keek. And then I can't remember, someone else asked something, and I can't remember what it was. And then because that girl had "Long Way Home" on her poster, Luke went, "Oh, do you want us to sing "Long Way Home"? Like, we're not putting it on the set list anymore, like, but do you want us to sing it? Like, this will be the last time we'll sing it." So they sung "Long Way Home," and I was filming it, and which I did, so I started filming it like sideways on my phone, and then I turned it lengthways, and I put my phone a bit too high, and Dave saw. If you don't know who Dave is like the security tall person. And he saw, like, pulled me out to the side and was just like, "You need to delete that, whatever you just, like, filmed. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that." I was like, well, he didn't really say we weren't allowed. Like, he just said, "Don't, like, live it through the screen," which I'm not. I was just doing it for, like, a second. He's like, "I know, but you're not supposed to." But he didn't really explain it, so I kind of let that off. I was like, well, yeah. So he made me delete it out of my camera roll, and I put my phone in my back pocket, and he went, "No, I want you to go into your recent and deleted and delete it from there." So I don't have "Long Way Home," so I'm sorry, but I did get Catch Fire. And I obviously got some photos as well, which I'll probably insert. But then we left Soundcheck after "Long Way Home," and Ashton just went, "Well, you can go do whatever you want now. You can stay in here if you want, but I don't think you're allowed." So, and then we went out, and you could just sit and just get food or merch and just sit inside before everyone came in. Obviously, Desiree came on, the General Time, they came on stage and they sung all their songs. But overall, if you do Soundcheck, I would recommend you do it. It is the most amazing experience I have ever had. And I'm doing it again for Manchester, and I actually can't wait. And I pray that they answer my question or I get chosen, but I don't think I will. But I really wish I could, because I brought a top for Michael, and I really wish I could give it him. But if not, oh well. But yeah, that is basically all I have to say. The concert was amazing, and I can't wait to do it again for Leeds. And I will probably vlog for Leeds, because I'm going to be filming on this camera that I'm filming on now, and I know it can get some HD videos. And I'm on Michael's side. So, you're welcome. So, yes, I'm going to leave this here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it answered a lot of your questions. If anyone was asking about the pods and the situation with that, I don't know if you're first in Soundcheck. From what I know, my friend was first in Soundcheck, first row, and she got to the back of the pod. So, getting there early doesn't always recommend that you're going to get first for everything. So, but I hope that answered all your questions, and I hope this explained everything that happened, because it's a lot to put into tweets. But yes, I love you all, and if you want any of the links to anything, everything is below, and that's really it. Also, one thing, I am doing a giveaway of 5 Sauce Sounds Like Feels Like merch. I'm going to Manchester on the 23rd of April 2016, and I will be buying one of these in blue and one in orange, and I will also be buying the photo cards, which you've probably seen everywhere, and I'll be giving those away to someone, and it is going to be worldwide, because some people can't get it in their country. So I will post that up on my Twitter after the 23rd of April. So keep an eye out for that if you are interested in getting some Sounds Like Feels Like merch. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!